What's going on, people? It's the Bear here once again. And at first, I wasn't going to talk about this because I don't know. I was kind of upset with Steve Harvey. Um, you know, because if you listen to the Steve Harvey morning show, like I do almost every morning here in Buffalo, this man was highly criticizing Donald Trump. Um, you know, for all the antics that he's done. The way he talked about black people, the way he, you know, talked about women and Mexicans and all that. He tried everything possible to reach his audience, which is national, by the way, and he tried everything he could. And it was like he wanted to make sure to get, you know, to get people not to vote for this guy. He tried whatever that he could, and it was like it was going on for I think a whole month or something like that. He was all anti-Trump. He was serious on that, and all of a sudden he wanted to go and meet Trump after he got elected, and a few days, before his inauguration. So I'm thinking to myself, why would Steve Harvey, after all that he said about Trump, why would you want to go meet him after he's got elected and before his inauguration? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of iffy, but if the Democrats and the Republicans can come together and talk about things, Donald Trump and Steve Harvey can come together too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just kind of curious the reason why Steve Harvey will want to meet Trump. But let me read on this here and sit back, relax, and, I'm going to read this for you, and we'll talk a little bit afterwards. Some took it as a joke when comedian Steve Harvey walked into Trump Tower, but once he entered the golden elevators and the doors closed, people realized it wasn't. After meeting with Donald Trump, Harvey and President-elect came down to the lobby and shook hands. The comedian and daytime talk host told reporters it was really cool and successful meeting. The two compared notes on their golf scores, mutual friends, and favorite TV shows. Harvey also met Trump's daughters and was introduced by conference call to Housing and Urban Development nominee Ben Carson. Really? Housing and Urban Development nominee Ben Carson. Just because he's black, right? And just because you think he can connect to black people. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, I want to say some things, but I'm not going to say it. This man do not represent black people. He may be black, but he don't represent us. Let me just get that crystal clear. Okay, let me read on before I rage some more. We're going to team up and see if we can bring some positive change in the inner cities, which I felt was my only agenda, and he agreed. He wants to do something, Harvey said. He realized he needs some allies in that department. He seems really sincere about it. Oh, okay, so you think by having Ben Carson in your cabinet as urban development and housing, that's going to bring some black people to actually support you. Just because Steve Harvey now, isn't is on your side and isn't criticizing you anymore. Okay, all right, okay, whatever. Detroit and Chicago were topics of discussion. Chicago, which is home to the taping of the Steve Harvey show, has seen a sharp rise in violence with 762 murders the past year. Yeah, it's gotten that bad, to tell you the truth. Harvey hopes to use his influence to change things, which he could do because I listened to Steve Harvey. I was kind of upset about him being Trump or whatever at first, but, now I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait a half an hour because on the radio, they're going to have the whole meeting thing and all. So I want to hear what this is all about, you know what I'm saying? But Steve Harvey can definitely get to voters. I mean, get to people. You know, he has done it for the years. I mean, if you listen to him in the morning, 6 in the morning, he can reach out to people. You know what I'm saying? This man, you know, he's a very, very, very smart person. Very smart. And he just has that kind of influence that other radio hosts and all other people in general just don't have. He has that, you know? So I think he can change some minds around, but I'm still doubtful of Trump. Until I see some real change, until I see something that Donald Trump can do for black people that Obama hasn't. Obama was a good president, don't get me wrong. I think he was a pretty good president. Others may disagree. But I want to see what Donald Trump can do for black people. That's what I want to see. Because Obama hasn't really done anything. Hey, Trump, matter of fact, before I go and read anymore, let me say this. If you're making, and this is just an idea, Trump, it's just an idea if this video ever reaches you, if you're anything like that, why don't you give some, do a stimulus package, but instead of like $300 or $600, why don't you do like $1,000 or something like that? Then, if you could do that for me, I'll be like, okay, maybe he can help out. Like, it's not going to happen, but it's just an idea. If this video ever reaches him in a lifetime, which it probably won't, but whatever. Okay, let me read on here. I think it could be the beginning of something, but for them to invite me here to talk about a specific problem and thought that I might be able to help. Harvey said, I know I got a big radio show, I got a lot of people listening every morning, like me. So I've always been concerned about the inner city problems because they're huge, which they are. In Buffalo, there's a problem too. It's not as bad as Chicago, but it's a big problem that we have in Buffalo about inner city violence, domestic violence, all kind of shootings and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not as bad as Chicago, but it's pretty bad. Okay. During his campaign, Harvey wasn't shy about his thoughts on Trump. No, he wasn't, to say the least. And he endorsed then Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton on his radio show. In February 2016, Harvey told the Daily Beast he endorsed Trump for making the election fun to watch, but I'm not endorsing Donald Trump. How do you let a dude who was on the cover of Playboy magazine and has been married 18 times be your president? Damn, I didn't know it was 18 times. Wow. Ooh, that's a lot. I had no idea about that. That's news to me. Now, come on, y'all. Come on. Hell, didn't I qualify? Harvey said at the time. And in 2020, anybody's going to be throwing in their hat. Trust and believe. Kanye West already got his hat in. So who else knows what's going to happen in 2020? 2020, that's why 2020 is going to be a year for anybody who wants to be president, not even qualified, not even have, like Donald Trump. He's not a politician. He done said that over and over and over again. So anybody can just be like, I think I could do the job. I think I could. You got all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of people that's just going to be putting their 2 cents in and wanting to be president in 2020. So watch what happens. And you're going to look at this video and say, damn, you was right. But you should already know. Anyway, Harvey joked with reporters Friday that he wouldn't pass a background check in politics like Trump, and said that the idea of the Trump versus Clintons on Family Feud would be skyrocketing for the ratings. Yeah, I bet it would. That won't happen either, though. When he was asked if he supported the nomination of Senator Jeff Sessions for Attorney General, Harvey said, I don't really like commenting on stuff I don't really understand or know about. Some on Twitter blasted Harvey for meeting with Trump and didn't think that it was funny. While some people were mad about the meeting, others supported it. Okay. Harvey tried to justify his meeting, the president-elect, saying, I stepped from behind my microphone and came and talked to the guy that's going to be the 45th president of the United States. I did what I was supposed to do. You didn't have to, but okay. Steve Harvey is the only African-American media figure to meet with Trump. In November, Trump met with BET founder Robert Johnson to discuss the potential economic strategies. Trump also recently met with Kanye West. Why? I have no idea. And former NFL stars Ray Lewis and Jim Brown. When asked he would be attending the inauguration, Harvey said he wouldn't be in attendance because his birthday is Tuesday and his wife, Maury Harvey is taking him on a trip. So she basically just said no, she ain't trying to. Okay, so let's talk about this. Because like I said, Steve Harvey was very critical of Donald Trump during the election. He for like a month, he was anti-Trump all the way. Then he go see him and then he's like, oh, it's cool now. Everything's cool. You know, we don't have no beef or nothing. We just sat there and we talked about golf and this and that or whatever, and mutual friends and TV shows and stuff like that, you know. And now here's everybody. This is, you know, a man that's about to be president. He's going to have his inauguration and stuff like that. And you know, now everybody's like kissing his ass. You know, everybody's just standing in line kissing his ass. I'm not going to say it's Steve Harvey kissing his ass, whatever. But Steve, just to be clear, okay, like I said, you was a guy that was highly critical of Donald Trump. Okay? Here it is, a week. You met him a week before his inauguration. And now it's like he's cool, you know. I'm trying to understand what's really going on, you know, behind closed doors or whatever. But you got black people, you know, that want to see Trump now. You know what I'm saying? And Trump, you know, when we see about the Ku Klux Klan endorsement, the Grand Master Wizard, whatever the hell, you know, and now it's like Trump trying to get black people to support him because the rumors that we heard, you know. So you got Steve Harvey, you got Kanye West, and you hire Ben Carson for housing and urban development. You're gonna have to do a lot more than that to get black people really to support you. You know, I'm not gonna say that all black people don't support Trump. You know what I'm saying? But just the rumors that we have heard over and over again make you think in your head, what's going on? You know, to have Trump meet with all these black people, all these famous black people and all. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you wonder. It just makes you think. So, I mean, you know, the inauguration is this Friday, and I don't know. I kind of don't want to see it or whatever. I really don't, because I got to see something of Trump to really understand, you know, where he's going with the black community in the future. I got to see something that's going to make me fully support him. And until that happens, I am going to be doubtful. I'm sorry. That's just me. You know, don't be upset with me because I'm not a Trump supporter yet. Maybe in the future, but not now. Until I see something very positive for black people that Obama just didn't do. This the Bear, and I'm out. Peace.